This is the big Iron Man box that I bought, and frankly, it's actually quite heavy. I'm trying to carry the thing. It's about 30 pounds, so it's not that heavy, but with all the packaging and stuff it is. And I've already cut out the tape, but I haven't really looked inside, so I'm gonna do that now. I have to either edit out or speed up all this packaging stuff. Ooh, okay. Well, first things first. You know what's gonna be coming. You know what's gonna be coming. I mean, like, come on, man. 2? You think I just bought wings? But we're gonna have to actually open this first to begin everything. No way, got a special figure or something? Fucking already modified. Fucking amazing. Ooh, one's missing turret. This is gray, so I'll speed up all this. Oh. Oops. Okay. We're gonna have to. Okay, so we got some stuff here, but I want to show you some highlights before we go deeper. First of all, let's remove that. Second of all, this thing, New Ray from the underbelly that I saw. It's actually really good. I really like it. It's nice and movable. The turret can move up and down. It does appear that this one was taped on. We have 2 of these, but the second one didn't have its turret, which is fine. This happens with eBay. Also, we got a green tank that's already modified with presumably like sandbags for coverage. And then we have a Sherman, and a second Sherman, and probably more in there. And, oh yeah, trash bag full of figures. Yeah, and then as you can see, there's a second one in the back over there, so this is gonna be fun. Quick highlight, half track. We got a half track. I believe this is a teamy half track. But yeah, I didn't think it would feel like this. It feels quite steely. It's not as plasticky as I thought it'd be. Anyway, we have a lot of tanks. I'm still trying to figure out how to get this second track back out. But, so I'll pause while I figure that out. Okay, we're back in where we're that stuff. Let's zoom out because there's just a lot that I have to grab. More packaging stuff doesn't matter. Road over there. Second body. Oof. Has no wheels. I have to find a way to buy more of those. These are all teamy, by the way. Ooh, this one's messed up a lot. This can be good for a destroyed tank, but jeez, like it's really bad. It's really bad, but okay. That can be a great destroyed tank. Okay. So we're gonna go through this one by one. First with all the technically gray stuff. Sadly, we did not get the top for this, at least just in the box. So we just have the bottom part of a gray Panzer. And then over here we have 3 turrets. I'm pretty sure they're from Civil War sets and other things. We also have this random but gray bunker piece, so I'm probably going to try and transfer all of this to my other collection. But primarily, let's count off all of the tanks that we have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 ish tanks. 16-ish patents only. Only one of them is not a teamy. That's True Heroes. And yes, these are all actually stacked too. And then we got one of these little anti-aircraft things, which if I had I do have sitting guys, so I can do that, I believe. And then we got 3 of the trucks. No artillery pieces with it though. And of course the 2 armored APCs, I believe. Armored APCs, just APCs, what am I saying? And then one of these Abrams tanks that I also have on my other collection, which is nice. And then over here at the green side, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 tanks, 17, because 3 of them are in a bag. And unlike what you're going to say, you're probably going to say, oh, keep it, this is in condition. Fuck you, I want these tanks. So that's 17. We're going to open this up later. In fact, let's open it now. So yeah, that's the tanks. That's all the tanks we have. Where did I just put the other two? Give me a second. Never mind, they're still in the bag. I didn't take them out. So yeah, what's done is done. They're opened. So yeah, that's 17 new patent tanks only, because they also have 4 BMC Shermans, which is nice. And then they also have a BMC half track. I don't have the actual thing for it though. I don't have the machine gunner for it unless he's in the bags. And then we have one of these golf carts, I guess. Helicopter. Oh yeah, and this missile thing, which is super peak. Love it. And I'm pretty sure I have something here can tow it, right? Something here can tow it. But of course, the cream of the crop, 2 AC-130s. One's in condition. It's not really looking too good. I can't buy replacement parts for all of the things here. The door's not good. The door is kind of jammed back there. It's missing all the turrets. And I'm going to keep that one with the broken wing. However, you are in better condition. No stickers, but it does have all 3 turrets. It still has the back wheels too. And, except for maybe those, unless that's just holding ports. It doesn't have the front wheel, but we can buy that. It still has the bottom gun. It's in good condition. The door is fine, and it has most of its wings, so that's neat. But as you can clearly see, there are 2 bags of figures. Well, technically 3. We'll grab the 3rd bag real quick. 3rd bag, but this is Civil War stuff, and it'll probably be added to the Gray Army, but there's 2 tan figures in there, so yeah, fine. Let me just quickly try and store all these figures somewhere. I don't know why I said figures, these are tanks. Well, we have this first bag of figures I could just zip open and do all that with. Oh, and I guess this is what that wheel went to, I guess, maybe. Looks like a cannon. But we got these 2 figures, which look to be like explorers, maybe? But they're only shooting, so I hope there's more poses for these guys. But they're definitely BMC, I can tell because of the plastic. But beyond that, there's a bunch of Civil War figures. Like a bunch. Dang it, I dropped my phone for a second. Not a bunch, but there's like really good figures. Not all of them are made by CTS. Yeah, so there's CTS figures in here. Pretty sure this is also CTS. We could focus there. Whatever. I'll look at it later, but not all of this was Oh yeah, here are the cannons. Just found them, and this is where that wheel goes. This is where that wheel goes to. And those are the cannon parts. So let's just attach them there. Not perfect because this one's missing itself. So I think we'll remove this cannon and add it to this one, so that this one can be the more easily destroyed cannon. You know, like it misfires and blows up in it. I don't know if they did that, but we'll say they can. But yeah, there is this is a good addition for the Gray Army, because a lot of people, or if you've watched my videos before, you'd know that I added. Okay, so this is BMC. I had Civil War figures in one of my other stop motions, the Coalition Attacks, but they were blue. So it's not a precedent for me to do stuff like this. Wow, the BMC stuff is really small. Let's get a look at what's inside here. Let's get a look. Oh, baby, that's a lot. Ah, oh, dang, he's been drawn on. Can I, like, scratch that off or something? Hopefully I can. I don't want it to be drawn on. Oh, that sucks. We'll have to repaint him, but god dang it, the front guy's drawn on. Okay, but we do have a second. There's a second one right there next to it. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's also stuff here. This ought to go to like an artillery piece, but there's a lot of figures in here. There's another cannon. And okay, yeah, no, they are just broken. Okay, well, we'll have to just dump everything in here. That's a lot of stuff. There's another cannon that's also missing its turret. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna dump stuff real quick. Couple of quick highlights before I dump the next bag. We found more of these guys. Like, oh my gosh, we got this officer here. This is really good. And we got, like, they're in really good condition too. Like, they're still, like, shining. We also found 2 of these tan guns, some more of these guys. We found this pose, and wow, the head is way off proportion. But then we also found this pose, so I hope there's more of these figures here. Found some more cannons. We found blue cannon. We also found some green BMC Iwo Jima guys, and some, what was that one? Oh, yes, a green CTS, Classic Toy Soldiers US Soldiers guy. I forgot what the bag's called. I might pull up an image of it, but whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of figures in this. a guy really just threw out his collection, and I just bought it. And yeah, I guess there was. I guess the Panther 4 did originally come with side Schutzen and turret Schutzen, but you can see, it breaks off pretty easily. It broke off really easily. Like, it's kind of broken over here. I can't reattach it if I wanted, so I suppose it was never meant to be. But yeah, there's also these bags for all the swabs for the cannons. I'll keep fishing through this and looking through the stuff. I'm sorry if this is a bad collection or unboxing video. I don't know how to do these, man, but whatever. Oh, really quick, found these guys. So that's Peak, about to get one of those green, like one of those machine gunners. Oh, real quick, we also found another tank. So that's 18. That's 18 tanks. That's 18 tanks. Dump the next bag and some quick highlights or unhighlights. There's gonna be some cheap knockoffs, like V-Condo cheap knockoffs, I believe. Luckily, they discontinued, but unfortunately, there's also going to be some good stuff. I think more BMC things, more BMC figures, but yeah, there's going to be a bunch of cheap knockoffs. But there is good actual figures in here. Why is he covered in so much marker? But yeah, there is going to be good figures in here. There's a couple more isolated bags of stuff, which I'll put away, which I'll put aside, because, you know, they're isolated bags. Well, they look to be like 1800s Revolutionary War style, but we're gonna separate these into their colors, and then yeah, we're gonna get back to you. Okay, well, after a long time of, well, just a long time, we finally have everything separated. Oh my gosh. We're gonna go from largest to biggest army that we just made, and no, I won't do any fancy smanchy stuff to make this look cool, okay? I'm tired. I'm really tired. And I kinda want to get this video out. So, what we do have is the blue army now. But it is I'm pretty sure it's entirely Civil War figures, except for a couple of German guys, like... Actually, I'll pull them out just so y'all can see them. There's a couple German guys here. There. There's not much, but they're better than nothing. So no, this army won't really be seeing much action recently, or in any good time. There is some other German figures, but there's just not enough for me to justify using them in a timely setting. So, for the most part, these guys are just going to be sitting here doing nothing, which really sucks, because these are actually pretty good figures. Like, these are really good figures, and I really like them, but it's just, a lot of them are, they're just Civil War figures. Granted, there are some cannons, so there's 5 of them. Or no, there's 6 of them. Here's 4... 5, 6, never mind, there's 7 cannons here. And, oh, as you saw, there was reds, and yes, they have more numbers. I didn't count them. Why would I? But, yeah, there's probably like 100 blues here, which is honestly pretty neat. But they didn't really get that much figures, but the figures they did get were either pretty or really good. Such a shame that we got like 3 of the same pose, and then only one is shooting. He's not even shooting; he's bayoneting. So yeah. Then one of which is riding a horse. Okay. Oh, I accidentally put some green guys in here. That's just foreshadowing for what's coming. But oh yeah, we also have a bunch of just structure stuff. Which I don't know how to store. Ow, my finger. Finger hurts a lot. Yeah. But yeah, we have a bunch of structure stuff that we don't know how to store, but we'll move on to the next army. The Red Army, which actually might be justified in using. Because both in lore and in here, they actually have a decent fighting force, which is goodly and highly equipped with expensive body armor and weapons. But they are expensive body armor. Though they do have some Revolutionary War figures. By some, I mean like, actually like a fair amount, so... I could use them too for red coats. And then there's just this big space guy for some reason. He's missing his foot. I think it's like dog the guy who sold us had his dog come through, but whatever. Not a lot of them got destroyed. And then the next army, which is actually also the third biggest, or the third smallest, whatever. The Tan Army, which didn't get that much stuff, but what they did get was pretty good. As we saw before, they got figures like this. And there is teamy stuff in here. Probably from other tanks, there's some BMC things. There's some of these modern guys that you may have seen around. There's these guys too that you just saw with the reds. There's these guys, so now the guy actually has a full pose racket. But, and then there's cheap true heroes, which would be dead characters, like the corpses they should be. Melted down and turned to nothing. I hate cheap. I hate a knockoff of an already trying to copy thing. Why are you here? Anyways, there's also some Soviet guys, but, or no, this isn't a Soviet guy, this is a musket guy. So, there is some Soviet guys, if I remember correctly. There's also these musket guys. There's a couple of dudes in here. Yeah, there's these Soviet guys, a lot of them are just this pose, which is just throwing up his hand and charging. So it's not that much. And then there's this, like, cowboy. There's a couple of rare poses in here, not that much, though. As you can see right there, there's that one. They had 3 artillery cannons come in, or, yeah, because they came with the 3 cars, but not much to say about the Tan Army. Didn't really get much of an upgrade, but this wasn't for the Tans, this was actually for the vehicles, which we already covered in extent. The Tan Army actually has a good fleet to counter the Greens, which the Shermans will be destroyed pretty easily, because these are more modern vehicles. But the next army, the Gray Army, and the Greys actually have a lot of them, especially this group right here, are Revolutionary War figures. But some of them, like these Italian figures here, are World War II or more modern figures. There's a lot of German ones in here. There's some Italian ones too, which works fine. Sorry about that, my brother had to come in and grab a shot, but yeah, no, there's some BMC World War II figures in here. There's some actually decent good figures. I think these are also BMC. Yeah, that's also BMC. But this, I think this is also might be BMC. But yeah, there's some good figures in here. If my cat would stop eyeing up my ankles, I'd be able to tell you more. But, my brother's cat. And then there's some old, worn out, teamy knockoff figures. There's more World War II stuff, which are clearly Airfix clones. More Airfix clones. But a lot of it is Revolutionary War, so I'm not sure how much I'd be able to use it. There's some of these guys, too. But, yeah. While unboxing the second bag, I did manage to find the turret. Or at least one of them. Actually, probably the only one, because I shown everything else. The turret to this, and I believe, yep, the machine gun is gone. Can't see what it looks like in there. Can't really see what it looks like. But whatever. We found a turret, and then we put all the shirts into a bag, so we can probably try and glue those together. There's a lot of them for the only one turret, which, if anyone knows about the BMC shirts and thing, please tell me where to get them, or where they were produced, or how long they were produced for, because there's just a lot of them. More figures, more German stuff, which is fine, and I will probably use them, but some of these are just too good to use, like... Sure, it's a flintlock, but it's still a revolver. So, like, might use these guys even in a modern setting, because, like, they're just good poses. Like, I can't not use them. And then, finally, the army we've all been asking for. The army you've probably been complaining about in the background for why the hell it's so big. The Green Army. We got a big boost, and we're going to turn on the room light here. Yeah, got a bit of a big boost. This is probably easily like over 300 figures. Easily like over 300. And there's some really good poses in here, and there's some really rare ones. Like there's maybe old BMC stuff that was so green. We put some of the props with them, but there's these modern poses that the Tans also have. There's a bunch of teamy guys. But there's also BMC guys. BMC Iwo Jima Marines. Sorry about that. Then we assembled this tank from pieces that we found. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. And then we do have to assemble this gun because it is broken, which sucks. Yeah, I know it sucks. This one's broken, but I can glue it back together. Yeah, and then there was similar revolutionary poses here. There's a couple of those here, same with these poses. But we did get these Japanese guys, and I would like to show you. But sadly, the only machine gunner of the Japanese guys we had is broken, unless it just looks like this, but I think it's broken. Which sucks a lot, but we did get the marching poses, but we didn't get the guy yelling pose. Can you please focus? Can you please focus, please? There we go. We got some other poses. I believe this is a Russian figure pose. I kind of just started clumping them together because I wasn't looking at what poses that were there, so I don't know what to look for. But there's some good poses in here. They're probably at the bottom though, which means I gotta dig. But there was CTS stuff, which I think I may have shown on earlier points, but I kind of forgot because. Yeah, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I don't know how I'm going to store any of this. I'm going to put these guys back with their respective armies. I don't know how I'm going to store all of that stuff in there. I need a break. I don't want to put that in the trash bag because someone could mistake that for trash. So I'm going to have to find bags for that. Do you have any ideas? No, you're walking away. Great, amazing, wonderful, love you. Okay, well, see you guys. I'm tired. Please help me. My money's gone. I spent everything I had on this, and that was most certainly worth it. Help me.